Puscifer is a band created by Maynard James Keenan to fully allow him the freedom to guide the sonic styles and sounds in whichever direction he feels fit. It's a collaborative platform upon which he bounces his ideas off other artists, allowing them to react to his so called creative subconscious running wild. A creative space for him to embrace his inner comic while still managing to produce some seriously compelling art rock records. Puscifer is a deep blending of Maynard's personal experiences with a much larger array of musical styles and collaborators than his other bands. Especially if you include the remix albums, he's covered nearly every genre from dub to country, thick industrial bangers to soft, touching ballads. This band has a lot to offer and nearly all the runway in the world to experiment with. With such an array of options, introducing someone to the group can be a bit challenging, but I'm here to help because for the right folks, this group offers such a uniquely fun and thoughtful rockin' product. As of filming this, they've now got 4 LPs with one on the way real soon, 3 EPs, a collaborative EP, 7 remix albums, as well as doing the soundtrack to Maynard's Blood into Wine documentary. Beginning as a quasi-solo project and then morphing into what is now a good old-fashioned rock band as Maynard has acquired just the right characters for this multimedia theater. A catalog that began in heavy, deep dystopia and has ended up now in a reflective existential dread with this cool, worn, rootsy struggle in between. It's a lot to handle, but we're gonna get through it. Sticking to these main 4, let's break it down and just get you started. It's a catalog that's effective both chronologically and in reverse, but ultimately the best way to experience Puscifer is, of course, to see them live. The theatrics come together in such a audio-visual spectacle. It's astounding. It's so much fun, and of the Maynard triad, this one's certainly the most affordable to get to, especially when they're touring on their own, so if they're ever nearby, don't miss out. And I understand that's still an impossibility for most of you, so I better now quickly get into these albums in the order I think is most approachable. If you want to get deep in the weeds with them, I made a whole worst to best video, and as far as the remix albums and the EPs go, I just had to put them off in a whole other video as well, because there's a lot to get into here with Puscifer, so let's keep it short and sweet into the first album I think you should listen to as a brand new Puscifer fan. Conditions of My Parole is where you should get started. The mix and the songs are the band's most approachable, introspective, and grounded in their catalog. It does contain some of the signature Puscifer swells, but it never comes in an overwhelming or suffocating fashion here. Conditions has a compelling, layered tale to tell of the predictably unpredictable aspects of nature and the lessons it can teach those who are patient enough to observe them. From there, depending on which aspects you've connected with, you've got a few different options. If you're looking for another album with a strong, coherent message, then try out Existential Reckoning's Pleas to the Dispirited Age of Ignorance. I find it potent and timely. If you like the general structure and vibes of the songs, then Money Shot is an excellent distillation of the sound and band dynamic from Conditions. And if you just simply wanted a little funk nastier, then V is for Vagina brings a blast of endlessly remixable, militaristic bangers. If you're looking for some connected bands that you gotta listen to that are Puscifer adjacent, obviously careen around solo stuff, you've got Failure to check out, you've got a band called The Beta Machine, as well as obviously A Perfect Circle and Tool. If you're already a fan of Puscifer, I've got a little list of other bands you might want to check out, but you've probably already heard about them, so I'd love to hear some recommendations if they don't make the list here. Some bands I've already covered that I don't know, aren't quite that same vibe, but have a interesting dynamic that I think can have some comparisons if you look at it from a certain angle. You've got the Mars Volta, I love it. They've got a varied catalog. Silver Chair, kind of similarly so. Um, Mr. Bungle and some of other Mike Patton stuff. Um, Massive Attack, even to some degree. I'm looking forward to covering some Primus and getting into more Les Claypool stuff. Some other bands I think kind of match would be Marilyn Manson, Low, Smashing Pumpkins, System of a Down, Rage Against the Machine, Deftones, the usual suspects. But I'm always looking for more, so let me know. Regardless, for now, Maynard Mayhem continues on, so check out those other Puscifer videos, subscribe to get into the new Tool breakdowns coming soon, and leave a like to receive the ultimate bounties from this vagina mine.